It is crazy how much happened this year.
You wanna get away, you better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter.
I thought I was going through a lot.
Like, please just hire me. What's your dating life look like right now?
We made things official.
I can date anyone I want. I can do what I want, you guys.
She's like, I want this kid.
What?
I was pushing it, yeah.
Part 1, I'm going to have it linked down below.
That's good.
I think that's straight. Sweet. Okay. Cool. What's up, everybody? My name's Jacob, and I'm here with Eskel. Do you know how many months then? Has it been like, what, 7
Since
months?
I've been
8
out?
months? Yeah.
Let's see, I left April 1st, so it was 8 months since I've been out.
Dang. Okay, so let's kind of talk about some of the biggest changes or things that have happened since we've, like, done any video together.
The last one was
The spicy challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was fun. What were your true and honest thoughts about that challenge?
I thought it was fun. It hurt. I thought I was going to throw up a lot. No, it was fun.
I'm glad you did it with me. I do wish I would have experimented with it beforehand because, yeah, if I would have known it would have been like that, I would have never made you go through it. But what about school? How are you liking school? What's school like for you right now?
School's pretty good. So I go to a school that it gives me my high school degree, so I'll be getting my high school degree. And
yeah, you're still in high school.
Yeah, I don't have high school done yet,
that,
guys.
Dang.
But yeah, so I'll be finishing up high school, and it's gonna be finished this year for sure. And then I'm doing construction too. I'm gonna get some construction certificates. And the cool thing is the school pays me as well to go to school. So yeah, every 2 weeks really cool. I get paid from the school, and so yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. Dang, I feel like I've heard of that before. Is it because of the projects you do, the school can make money off of it, and that's how you get paid?
I'm not sure exactly the behind the scenes, but I know it's supported by a company called AmeriCorps, and then it's also a federal grant, and so they use that money to kind of help these kids that kind of were in a rough situation, put them back on their feet, get them a good trade going, and so
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Sweet. Thing. That's awesome. So it sounds like you got a really good situation with school going on. What about now that you're on the outside and you can have more doors open to like dating people and things like that? What's your dating life look like right now?
So I'm actually dating a girl in South Carolina. It's a long distance relationship, which
those are always hard.
I hate long distance, but no, I think it's worth it. And we've been going pretty good, pretty strong. We've known each other for a while now, and we made things official.
Oh, it's official already.
I want to say maybe 6 months, I think. I can't.
6 months already?
Oh, for sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can't remember for sure if it's 6 months. It might be 6 or 5, somewhere around there.
Huh.
But yeah, I'm gonna be going to visit again soon. Long distance is kind of hard to get a feel of that, but no, it's been pretty good so far, and it's some new and different, and I'm glad I'm not just being like, marriage, boom, good luck, buddy.
I like that you're taking your time, for sure. That's awesome. I remember from my experience, like, once I left, it didn't even hit me for months till after I left, and it was like, oh yeah, I can date anyone I want. I can do what I want, you guys. It was like, wow, this is such a door opener. Like, there's so many things that I can do, and so many, like, dates that I wanted to be able to experience and try it, and it's like, it's just a fun opportunity. Yeah. But that's really cool.
Yeah.
Have you been like, I guess like I'm just kind of curious like how you met her and like how you basically went from going straight to marriage to actually interacting with girls and dating them and stuff like that.
It was interesting. I changed from when I was in the order, I got some neighborhood friends, and like there was girls and boys in there, and we kind of would hang out, we would talk, and that's kind of where I developed.
Felt like a date though, huh? Because you were in the order, or what?
Well, it didn't really feel like a date. It kind of just felt like it was a good way to get my my talking to girls skills up though.
There you go.
So
yeah,
I was
better
able,
social skills.
Yeah, I was able to talk
nice.
to girls, and it's like figure out that way, and I just became close friends with some neighborhood friends, and yeah, kind of. And so when I left, I was pretty easy talking to girls, and
you were already a ladies' man in the beginning.
basically, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
No, I have a long way to get there.
But that's cool that you got some exposure
Yeah.
to it, though. So that's definitely nice. Okay. Do you feel like it's been easier talking with girls now that you're out, or is it the same or worse, or
It's
any
been
difference?
a lot easier. I know when I was
Okay.
in there, like, I would talk to girls sometimes, but you were always so scared. Like, you were scared, okay, if someone sees me, I might get in trouble. If someone hears
What
about something, I
about,
get in
yeah,
trouble.
did you have to lie a lot, or like? how'd
Definitely,
that go?
yeah. Like,
okay.
like, you couldn't even email a girl. You couldn't text them. Like, in the order, you had to be terrible. Like, it was scary to do that. And, like, the biggest change, too, is, like, I have a bunch of friends at school. Like, I have a few friends at school, and I'll be like, hey, let's all go hang out. And I'll text all of them and say, hey, you want to hang out? You want to hang out? We're going to hang out. Let's go bowling. And, like, I could do that. I can just go out with them, go bowling, and it's, like, a totally different world. I couldn't do that before. And so that's new. And
How did you decide to like become official and all that?
well, I kind of talked to her dad, and her dad was a bit skeptical with me at first, and I talked to her dad
that's
about
a big thing. Yeah, have you told them your whole like past and family and stuff? Like
I did,
that?
yeah.
They know
Like,
all about that.
yeah, the second I
Ooh.
met him, I was like, this is the
That's
guy I
big.
need to tell everything to. So I told him everything, and so he got to know me, and he really likes me now, and stay in touch, and we're good friends. And
Okay.
and yeah, I just talked to him. I said, hey, do you care if we like be official? Like, can I tell people that I'm with your daughter? Then he was like, yeah, I think that would be fine. And
Okay.
so
Was there some hesitation at first? Did it take some warming up to him, or was he pretty?
when I first met him, I was so scared. Like, I was like, I thought this guy was gonna be like, hey, get out of here, kid. I don't want you to be around me or any of my family. But he was like, I could tell.
Is he a big guy? Is he like scary or like?
He's not like big and scary. He's
Okay.
probably about my height, and he's
okay.
And so he's but it was just like, you know, that nervous like
Yeah.
girlfriend's dad, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
And so so yeah, I kind of got talking to him, and he was a bit skeptical at first, and I understand why, but yeah, no, he took a chance, and I could tell it was a hesitant chance, but he was like, I'll take a chance with this kid, and I'll get to know him. And so he did, and yeah, it worked out.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Okay. And then what about how did you meet the girl? What was that like?
So that's a really long story. I don't know if I
Really?
want to get into all that today.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
But
No worries.
yeah, no, basically, yeah, we're talking online, and her
Wait,
parents.
not like a dating app though, right?
No,
You just, okay.
no, and her parents didn't really know me, and then they stopped having her talk to me. They said she couldn't talk to me anymore, and so
'Cause I remember you said something about like they were scared.
yeah. So I was talking to him, and I was talking to her, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. I was like, oh crap. So I flew out there to go tell him, hey, because like she told me what her parents were thinking, like they're skeptical about this. So I went to there, and that's when I first met him, and I was like, hey, this is what's actually going on, and I'm not like a scary guy.
You're not
I'm
some
a good
serial
guy.
killer out
Yeah,
there.
exactly. I wanted like that. My whole first trip going there was for the dad. Like I wanted to show him who I was.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to get to know
Interesting.
him, and I want him to get to know me. So that's when I first met him. I'm like, I'm gonna tell him my story, and it's up to him what he wants to decide on that.
Now, was this your first time just telling some outsider your full story, or have you gotten practiced beforehand?
I told it on the live before, but
Okay.
one-on-one.
So to like everybody.
yeah. But one-on-one, that was like the first time, and I went into more
Okay.
detail. Like the only other time I went into that much detail was like when I was in rehab. I went into a lot of detail. I was like, I want this guy to know that I'm a good person, and I don't have any bad intentions towards anything. And so I just let it all out, and he asked questions. I told him, and yeah.
Okay,
pretty
let's
good.
share a little bit about the rehab experience though, because when I hear that, I think drug addicts, but it
Yeah.
wasn't that case.
Sorry,
right?
yeah, I didn't go to rehab for drugs or anything like that. No, my parents just I was a bit of a rebel kid in their eyes, so they wanted to get me to do what they wanted in the order, so they sent me to rehab
And
I was-
it's like, I feel like it's a unique type of rehab, right? Because it's like, Utah has this weird thing. Do you know the name that it goes by? There's a
Lifeline,
name?
I believe.
Lifeline, yeah.
Yes.
Where it's like, you can, I guess, troubled teens, you can send your troubled teens there or something, and they are supposed to help. And so your parents sent you there just because you weren't like doing what they were telling you to and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's quite a bit different. They still call it a rehab center though? Or is that...
In there, they don't like the word rehab center, but that's
okay.
the definition of rehab center that would fall under it.
Anything for work that you're doing, or?
I'm thinking about getting a job maybe in the next month or two.
Is it nice that you're not always required to work?
Yes, it is. It's very nice.
That was one thing that I feel like the order put so much stress on.
What I was always told in the order, it's like, it's not about the money. Like, when you say, I can't believe I get paid a tiny bit, then someone would always be there being like, hey, it's not about the money. It's about building the order stewardship and building the kingdom of God.
They want people to not care if they're getting paid little or being taken advantage of, but they want them to be working all the time and it's only helping the people high up in the order. So
you know,
tough.
when I was in my first interview, they asked me how much I want to get paid. I didn't end up working here, but they're like, how much do you want to be working for? And I cringed and I said, $9.25. And I was just like, if that's not too much. And then she was like, I can tell she was like, I want this kid. And I didn't know how much a lot was.
Was that your first job after
that was
the
my
order?
first interview. I didn't end up getting the job, but that was my first interview ever going to. And I was like, I swear I cringed so hard when I said that because I didn't want him to say that's too much. And so I thought I was.
Oh, you thought that was too much?
I thought I was pushing it. Yeah, I thought I was like pushing it. I was like, please. Like, I'm fine with $7.25. I'm sorry if it's more, I can go lower.
Like, please just hire me. I'll work for free.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone that leaves the order, their first experience getting jobs is always crazy. Because it's like, we know how to work hard, but we don't know how to go to job interviews.
Yeah.
In the order, they just assign you to go here, or you just talk to your uncle and they get you a job or something, you know?
Exactly.
So it's very different. And you don't ever negotiate salary in the order. That's like not a thing. They just, you get paid what they pay you and you don't complain.
Yeah.
What do you want to become? What's your career goals and things like that?
So I'm thinking I want to go into the construction field, and that's why this school has helped me a lot with that, and I really love it. Yeah.
Nice. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to actually do that.
How would you say, like, what are your main priorities now, and how is that different than when you were in the order?
Maybe my main priority in the order was probably like, okay, just go to work, get money, and that's it.
Not get married?
No.
I remember that was one of my top ones in the order. They're always like, get freaking married, man.
I know.
Have babies.
I know before I was like, dude, I want to get married so bad. But when I got into took a step back and saw everything, then I was like, okay, I don't want it. My dad came to me and he was like, dude, like let's get going. You can get married if you like get a step on this.
You just gotta propose to like 50 girls.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I was like, dude, I'm not ready. And so probably some of my main goals they've changed from the order, or my priorities. This is, first of all, I got priorities now.
Okay.
And
nice.
And some of them is kind of just like get my schooling done is probably my biggest one right now. Is I want to finish up school. I want to get a good feet on education. And then the second one is like I want to get a good stomp into a foundation for money. Like I want to be able to have enough to support myself, because I don't want to be like one of those people that are 21 and sitting on their mom's basement, or in my case, the family I'm staying with basement. Yeah. And so I want to get a good feed on that, and I know the family is always going to be there to help me with anything, but I don't know, part of me and who I am is I want to prove to myself, as well as the people that said I couldn't do it, that I could be independent. Like, in the order, like, it was like, everything on the outside is so hard. You can't get an apartment. You can't do this.
You're going to be homeless, living under a
You can't get a
bridge.
job. You're going to be doing drugs, all this other stuff. And, like, my main thing is I want to prove to myself and them, all the people that said I couldn't do it, that I can. Like, that's what it drives me a lot.
You mentioned a little bit about that you're going to be, like, maybe moving out on your own, doing your own thing. What is that going to look like? What are you hoping to do?
I think I'm going to be moving to another state soon.
That's exciting. Yeah, that's definitely a big step.
Maybe sometime around next fall, or I'm planning on moving to South Carolina. Obviously, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I wonder why. No,
I know, right? I just know.
No, that's exciting, dude. I mean, I can't help but feel like you are so young, dude. Like, that is such a big step to take, and it's like, it's awesome. You're gonna learn a ton, but like, it's okay if you take your time, you know?
Yeah.
No rush. I think, like you said, make sure you have a good savings, make sure you're well prepared, and you can always come back to Utah.
Yeah. The main thing is that, like, I went there, and it is so pretty there. I love it. There's an ocean nearby. There's green everywhere. I love the forest. I love the trees. I just want, like... You know how the feeling when you go somewhere new, you get that big old rush of, like, it's like it's fresh, it's everything.
Anytime I see the ocean, man, I feel that way.
And I just like, I'm excited to get that.
Well, that's motivating. I want to move somewhere now.
Let's do it. Another reason to move is, like, get away from everything. Like, I always think to myself, like, how would it be to just get away from everything? Like I said, brand new. And so there's that thing too. I was like, why not? Let's just go to another state. And so I got that down. I was just like, okay, how do I need to get these now? And so I was like, schooling, number one. I need to get schooling to get those done. Get schooling. And then I found out this program, okay, it does construction. So I was like, I want to do construction now. Sweet. And so and then build up savings. I need to get a job, do this. I'll do all this stuff, build up savings. And so I was like, I need that now. And so I kind of put something in the distance and say, how do I get there? And so
does she know?
Does she know?
That you potentially out there?
I wasn't gonna tell her. I was like,
is this how she's gonna find out?
I was like,
oh man.
I thought in my head, I was just like, I should just show up, drive there, and be like, hey, what's up? I'm staying here now. I'm living here. But I couldn't. Like, I was just like,
it'd be too hard to keep it from her, huh?
Yeah. I want to get the feel of, like, actual dating. Like,
so it sounds like very serious then, right? Are you like,
I think so.
She's the one?
In my head, yeah.
Dang, that's so exciting. I definitely want all the updates. I want to live through you, okay? I want to see how this plays out because that's so exciting. Young love is just awesome. Can I ask more personal questions about it then?
Sure, but we'll see if we keep it in.
Okay. But first and foremost, are you comfortable like holding hands and kissing? Or
so
what is that like? That's very interesting because you went from when in the order where it was very restricted and very controlling, whereas now you can kind of decide if you're okay with this or not. Dang, okay. Wow. That's interesting because we both grew up from the order, and for me, it was like a huge deal. I dated a girl for a whole year until I finally kissed her.
Wow.
So it was like a huge event, a big deal. I was like, dang. But then after that, I kissed everybody. I didn't care anymore. But it's just for some reason, the order focuses on that first kiss so much that it's like, it took a long time for me to get over that. But he's still a little kid, guys.
He's still a little kid.
Nice. Huh.
But yeah.
That is interesting. Dang. That's so wild. I hope so bad it works out. You know how epic this story will be if you guys really do end up getting married. No pressure on the girl, right? but I'm just saying, don't mess up. No, it sounds like most of the pressure's on you though, because you're kind of, the outsider coming into her family, But, so it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna meet my parents ever, but if she does, that'll be an interesting interaction.
Oh yeah, how does she feel about that? That like
she's
basically
really
all Christmases are gonna be at her house, not really at yours. So it's like all the holidays be. And thank goodness she's got a good family situation, so you guys can go somewhere for the holidays.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be more of the family I'm staying with now, if anything, too.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're always better. Yeah, I love spending holidays with my adopted family. I feel like that helps a ton. So. That's interesting. But has she given any concerns? Like, are girls...
Red flags.
Worried? No. Is she worried that you come from a polygamous background or that your family is a little bit crazy? Like, does she have any concerns?
She thinks it's interesting, but she's not really concerned, like, really. Because she gets that, like, you can't choose what you're born into. Like, we didn't choose to be born into what we were born into, but we made the decision, and I believe it's the right decision. Contrary belief, but I think it's the right decision to leave it, and she understands that. She's like, you chose the right decision for you, and you can't really choose what you were born into, so she understands. She's not really concerned about me being from there. I'm sure I caught on to some weird things, and she's like, that's a little weird, but she's chill with me. She's pretty, patient with me, and
nice.
So yeah,
that's good. I feel like that's something that people that leave a cult environment need patient people because we're learning, we're figuring it out. And a lot of people, like in my dating experience, a lot of people don't like having to like basically teach the person they're dating, you know, which, yeah, it kind of sucks, but we're learning. And so if we can find someone willing to teach us, it helps a lot. But we will learn. Like, we'll all figure it out. It just takes time for sure. Yeah. What about your whole parent thing? You got to meet up with your parents.
Oh, yeah.
How's that?
I met up with my parents, and I've been meeting up with them for a good amount of time. And like every once in a while, like I think we'll like meet up for like food and whatnot, and we'll just talk. And it's nothing like huge. Like they just asked me how school was and how everything like that was going and whatnot. And so,
did they ever try to persuade you to go back?
One time they asked me. They said, "Hey, do you want to come back?" And then I was like, "No, I don't." And then my mom was like, "Why not?" And then I re-explained why not. And so
they just can't fathom someone would not want to go back. Huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But yeah, no. So yeah, it's for the most part it's pretty good though. It's nothing like super crazy when we meet up, and I have more confidence in who I am, and they can't do anything to me now. So every time before I would talk to them and I'd be like trembling. I'd be like, oh my. Even it was a normal conversation, like how's school going, like things like that, I would be trembling, like I was so, like I did something wrong. But now I'm really calm about it. I'm just like, oh well. If anything.
I think it can be a type of PTSD because growing up, every time you have those meetings with your parents, it's like you're in trouble or something. So you're always on edge or nervous. But I'm glad it's at least becoming more normal. And I think I really appreciate that you're able to still do that, you know? Like, it's hard to have a relationship with parents that are still in a cult and that just want you to come back. And I don't know. That's interesting. But maybe, I wonder if it's because you're a minor that they're still so willing to meet with you. Because I know a lot of older parents, if someone leaves, they're just like, never see them again, right? But your parents, I guess... I don't know, maybe they think since you're so young you can be persuaded, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't really felt dissuaded really much, though. It kind of just like, sometimes, I don't know if I want to say this, but anyway, sometimes I'll decide later if I want to keep it.
Okay.
But sometimes I feel like they like say like how the family outings are going, how the family parties are going, like they hype it up to make me feel bad a little.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I've heard that a lot. In fact, I know of an older member that left, and that very next summer, their family went to like a big old Alaska trip and got to go on and do this really cool stuff. And they documented it really well and sent them everything, kind of like trying to make them jealous almost, you know. So. Yeah, interesting.
I feel like one or two times that's kind of happened, and I was just like, oh well.
Oh man,
did it die?
Yeah, let's give it a few minutes to charge. We can take a little break, but don't let me forget because I really want to ask about your siblings, though.
All right.
Do you like any connections, or maybe how you think they see you now, or any of that? Because for me, that's one of my hardest things.
Thank you all for watching. Have a good one. Night, or whatever.
Just good one.
Good one.
Just
because
we don't know what time it is.
Okay. It's not for us.
Nighttime. Who knows? Thank you all for watching, and have a good one. That took a minute.